What do you think about this?
Here's what I think, bitch. Do you want to hear what I think?
That felt. I mean, that felt
yeah. And
strangely aggressive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Strangely aggressive.
Because guess what? It's a product of.
What?
Go ahead, guess. If I'm calling you biatch, there's only one place it can be from.
Oh no!
Let's go!
Oh no!
What? Let's go! What? Product of China. China.
Tommy, say what you just said to me because you said it beautifully. You said
me? I was talking about
the
Stella
name.
Sacadonicolacus. Stella Sacadonicolacus.
I like when you say it. Sacadonicolacus.
Sacadonicolacus. It's the best name.
If you wanted to replace me
Sacadonicolacus,
with Stella Sacadonicolacus, I couldn't blame you. It's such a fun name to say.
Yeah, I would say to you, I got good news and bad news. You'd be like, hit me with the bad news. I'm like, you're out. You'd be like, what?
Right.
And I'd be, hold it. But I'm replacing you with Stella Sacadonicolacus.
And I'd be like, I get it.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. What we're doing
and
go ahead.
It's I just want to clarify. It's not just about respect for women with Stella. This extends even beyond that because this is you tell them.
Well, these are shout outs.
This is a Thanksgiving shout out.
Yes, exactly right. Yes, exactly right. Thanksgiving shout out. Go ahead.
Well, it's Thanksgiving. Right, that's the season. I want to take a moment to thank some of our top tier Mates Club subscribers. You can join the Mates Club; it's up to you. Yeah. And that includes.
You don't have to.
Oh, I didn't even say it well. I got to.
Sacadonicolacus. Let me handle it because that's my co-host. Sacadonicolacus. Yeah, and David Teak. Go ahead, David Teak. Yeah.
Levin Marischal.
Yeah. By
Thomas
the way,
Fatika.
Levin and I go way back to. I'm in Liverpool, didn't I? Right. He comes in here with a bag of nothing. He came in with a bag of nothing. And Belgian chocolate. Got me. I'm in. Yummy. So we're happy to see you leaving his name on the list for 100%. This is my guy. Yeah. You got me with your bag of nothing, mate. Yeah. And would you have you had T Fatika down there? Did you throw Fatika in there? Thomas Fatika?
Did I throw Fatika in there? Did I throw Fatika in there? No, I gently placed him there.
All right.
Good. I cradled him and put him down into a basket made of thrushes.
And you sent him into the...
throw him in there.
You sent him into the Styx?
And I sent him into the Nile. Yeah.
Oh, he's the Nile. Okay, good. Good.
Here's the point.
Yeah.
Here's the point. Yes, we are the world's premier snackology podcast. Mm-hmm. And you think to yourselves, yeah, we know. Okay, but what you don't know is that takes time, that takes money. These guys... Mm-hmm. They have subscribed to the feast tier, and so thanks. They deserve thanks. We also want to give a special shout out to Ryan, the Mates superfan behind the Matescast website. If you haven't seen Matescast yet, go to matescast.com.
Yeah, Ryan, you got nothing. Where we proceed from gratitude for you, Ryan, and for all of the people that we're giving shout outs to. These people know who they are. They're dedicated mateys. They are on board. And we suspect that if you're listening to this, you kind of are too. So give us a shout, give us a holler, go to matescast.com, get your name out there, just like Stella Sacadonicolacus. I mean, what more could you want? Happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
And happy Thanksgiving to us, Tommy, as we look forward to the holiday and more than that, to me, I'm excited. And by the way, this is Mike and Tom Eat Snacks, everybody, with my good friend Tom Cavanaugh.
And my good friend Michael Ian Black.
And I'm just going to let the folks know, this is a Wacko Snacko episode. I'm telling them right out of the gate, Wacko Snacko today.
Wait, so you have Wacko Snacko written on yours? Let's see it.
Yeah, see, it says Wacko Snacko number 3, written right there in FCP's. I mean, I can only imagine it's her bright red lipstick. I don't know what else you would write with.
Yeah, I assume it's her FCP's lipstick. We got 3. It's interesting because, if I were to line it up, I would have thought, I got to be right there with him. But no, proof's in the pudding. Like, she likes you more. She likes you way more. Look what I got. I assume this is a Wacko Snacko. I'm not even going to show you what it is, but you see this? Can you see this?
Yeah.
There's nothing
unnumbered. Unnumbered
like,
entirely.
Yeah. He'll figure it out. Hey, Michael. I don't even know. I don't even know. I've got 4, but I don't know.
Wait, Tommy, I reached into mine. Tommy, I gotta tell you, I reached into mine to pull out, because what we have basically in each of our locations is a snack box. Now, this is the locker from which we draw our snacks. It is always under lock and key. It is sealed. It is hidden in hidden compartments within our home. This cannot be accessed without fingerprints, without iris scanners, without 3-step verification processes. And when you finally open the locker, there's an array of snacks. And I reached into my locker. I picked up the same package you have. Also, mine does not say anything. It does not say Wacko Snacko on it. It has no numbers on it. So I don't even know if this was meant to be here. This could be exclusive. We don't know.
Doesn't make me feel any better. I would actually, I think part of me prefers it if you have priority and preference. It doesn't, the system you talked about, like the high security, interesting enough, we came up with it. Well, we mates, the scientists that we spend our time with at Mates HQ. And then I see it stolen by like Tom Cruise and the gang at Mission Impossible. They're like, oh, iris scanner. Oh, and I'm like, that. I remember sitting in the theater watching, like, that's our stuff. I think that's our hallway. I think that's like our security system. And they flat out ripped it off. So for the people who are like watching big budget movies, you can see Mates even on the big screen too.
Yeah, I was a little, I was of two minds about it. When I first saw MI and I saw Cruise out there in our hallway, I thought to myself, well, this is absolutely a ripoff. Like, I can't believe they did this, blah, blah, blah. But then I was sort of like, they did pay me a huge fee to use the location, and I'm not going to tell Tom about it. So in that respect, I was grateful, I guess, because those are big budget movies. I made a fortune on that. I made a fortune. So
they had permission from half of the Mates team to use the hallway. So they didn't rip us off. They actually paid for it.
What they ripped off was
what the hell
idea,
are you doing?
Like,
are you eating something? What are you eating?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay.
I pre-snacked. Not the Wacko Snacko. I had a little crumb in front of me.
Oh my God. What's happening here?
It's a sorbet. It's an amuse bouche. It's not going to detract from.
It's not. Oh, it's not. Remember a couple podcasts ago, you're like, I blew it. I'm like, how'd you blow it? I brushed my teeth.
That was a rookie mistake, and I acknowledge it. I'm playing.
This is all Tom Cruise.
This is not a rookie mistake.
No, you're corrupt now. You're like big Hollywood elite. You're corrupt. You're Tom Cruise corrupted. I pay all sorts of money. I pay all sorts of money to use your hallway. How much money did you make? The water's fine now. Oh, I drank water. $3.50? $3.50?
$350,000.
Well,
$350. I meant to tell you. I meant to give you half, Tom. I meant to give you half.
What did I say when we first started this? When we first started this podcast,
50-50. You said 50-50.
Not only that, I said, I know we're going to get big and famous, and then you're going to blow it. I said it. You can look it up. I think it was the first one. Cheetah's like, this is going to be huge, and you're going to blow it. You're going to get corrupt. You're going to become a Hollywood elite. You're going to turn your back on all the things that brought us here. All the blue collar working, all the snacking, all the playing it straight. And you're just like, you got seduced by Cruise. And what did I say? You got seduced by
what did I say?
You said, I know.
I said, yes, of course. Yes, I said, of course that's going to happen.
I know. But just to see it come to fruition is really aggravating.
I understand.
Okay. Hey, what'd you do? Did you buy a house or something with that money? Like I assume it's gone by now. I'm not even, you see, I'm not even
gone.
You're Johnny Gambler. You say $350K. I'm like, that's gone in a night. That he's off to the tables and I'm not seeing it. Even though I am owed half, I feel like confident that I'm owed half of that. You didn't see me go like, well, where's my half? Because I know you get the big paycheck. We would get paid. We would do a television show for NBC, and every Friday night, accounting would come by with the slips, and they'd be like, let's see, black, coming up. And I was the lead of the show, so mine was way more than yours. But what was interesting is way more. But I would take my slip back, and you said it was so stupid because you're like, where do you take that? I go, put it under my mattress, my friend. And you're like, so you're a money under your mattress guy. I'm like, I am indeed. And then you were like, like money on your mattress means like paper, physical money. I'm like, maybe to you. And I had all these checks. And I was like living hand to mouth because I never cashed my checks on that show. And I just put the paper slips under my mattress. Whereas you cashed that check. You took your money from NBC and you hit the table. What time would it be? We would wrap at what, like 1 a.m. Friday night? And you'd go to an all-night casino, right? Somewhere in the wherever, Jersey or some such. And then on Sunday, I'd get the call, hey, man, you want to have breakfast? And I'd be like, is this because you can't pay for food? And you'd be like, yeah, let's go grab breakfast at the diner. And I'd come along because I enjoy your company. But you'd be flat broke by the time Sunday hit.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah. So it came a point we were doing this show. There came a point where I just said to the fellow, hey, how about instead of the check, you just give me some cash, and I'll give you a little taste. I'll give you a little taste on back. That saves us both a little. Saves me a little time. You get a little taste. I get to the tables faster, and that. So I worked that out with Jerry. That all worked out. That worked out great.
You want him to bring Mike Starr a check. And Julie Bowen a check, Justin Long. You want everybody to have checks, but you said, hey, I'll give you a little taste. And he was like, what does that mean? So I'll give you a little taste. You bring me like hard cash.
Just give me the bills.
Sometimes I have trouble cashing it out I got to the airport to cash out at like 2:00 in the morning, but you just wanted the bills. And you were like, you take a few bucks for yourself. And I just go straight to the tables. Yeah.
He got to dip his beak. Everybody wins. So what I would do is Friday night we wrap 1 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever it is. I'm driving down to AC. I got my place ready to go at the Borgata, and I'm just finding the biggest game in town I can find because I only got till about Sunday 8 p.m., 9 p.m. before I got to be back to be on set for Monday. So but a lot of times.
Every Friday night, you would say to me, because this was the thing that I liked the most. We did that show for 4 or 5 years. And every Friday night, you'd be like, this is it. Like, you didn't think you were coming back. This was the time. This week.
This was going to be my score.
This was going to be like, I'll be on the Bahamas by Monday noon.
Yep.
Like, that was you were always like, and what was great was like, you didn't waver. You were like, yeah, I didn't get it. Can you meet for breakfast so you can buy my eggs? I'm like, yeah, no problem. We'll hang out. It's great. We had the diner. No problem. You coming back from AC on a bus, right? You'd sold your car, all that stuff. You go through it every week. And then the next Friday, you'd be like, all right, if I don't see you, right? You're saying to Janet Rehab and Josh Randall, if I don't see you, Leslie Boone, been great knowing you. See you, Burnett. It was great. You didn't shoot your mouth off at the producers, Beckerman and Burnett. It was great. You didn't burn those bridges because you thought there might be a chance. There just might be a chance, even though you were supremely confident that this would be your weekend.
I mean, I like those guys. You know what I mean? What am I going to do? Hey, fuck you and fuck your fucking job and your fucking TV show about the bowling alley. Go fuck yourself. Nah, I like the job. It wasn't about that.
No.
It wasn't about that. It was just that. It's just that I wasn't coming back. You know what I mean?
Coming back.
If I can choose between doing 16-hour shoot days and sitting my ass out there in the sand in the Bahamas, I'm going to Grand Bahama Island.
Well, what was your plan? What did you think was going to happen? Like, you were going to. I assume it was poker, right? Like, you were gonna. What was your thought?
Yeah.
So you would go there. You would break it down for you. You'd hit the table. Right. You go to the table.
I'm thinking to myself.
You pull in there. You're flush. You're pulling into AC and you're flush.
Yeah. And I'm walking. I'm clearing AC. I'm thinking to myself, I got $1,500. I'm not coming back. I'm going to the Bahamas and I'm done. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So you're just going to win at the tables. You're going to the high table. You're going to like the big rollers. Or not.
Yeah.
You're going,
the biggest game I can afford,
Which was what, 500? What was it? 100? What was the table?
Yeah, like $100.
Yeah.
$100 buy-in,
Yeah. So for the $100 buy-in, you're thinking this will translate to
12 or $1,500.
Palm fronds swaying on a beachfront estate in the Bahamas.
Conch fritters. Jet skis. Yeah, you know what I mean? The whole nine.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Clara.
Hey, Brittany. Yeah,
hi, Brittany.
All of it.
Hi. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it didn't pan out, but I love the fact that you were super convinced at 2:30 a.m. every Friday, like that. This was your weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought this is gonna be my week.
Yeah.
And
I think that's what happens with a gambling addiction.
Oh yeah, the guys with gambling addictions, yes.
Yeah.
They they're delusional. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They think to themselves, "Oh, you know, this I'm gonna strike gold." You know, that was never me. You know what I mean?
No,
because I was always a guy. Yeah.
You would say to me, Tommy, I would say, "Good luck." You're like, "There's no luck involved." You would say, because you're you're an accomplished poker player, and we've seen your World Series of Poker. We've seen you do very well on television. So people, you guys can YouTube and Google it. Michael has done very well. He's a very good poker player. And that's what you would try and explain to me, a novice, like, Tommy, there's no luck involved. Like you had the skill or you don't have the skill, which is why it's basically a done deal. You were like, it's a done deal. I'm not going to meet I'm going to Atlantic City, and I'm not going to meet a better poker player than me with better cards. You're like, it's all about how I read the room. It's all about how I can see what this guy's holding. I can read this guy like a book. And then I would be like, just before lunch on Monday, I'd be like, but you're here. And, you know, you would, you would nod.
And tell you the truth, I got unlucky. I just got unlucky.
Yeah, a little bit. But it was, you had some great runs, some great runs indeed.
I really didn't. That's the thing.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not?
No.
Holy crap. Like, I think you went back and snacked again, I think. What is happening?
I had crumbs. There were
Holy
crumbs.
Holy crap.
A moose boosh, crumbs.
I don't know if there's viewers on this thing yet. We were trying to figure out whether that's true, but if they had to see my guy pre-snack spending all his time snacking, you might get fined. You might get suspended.
And then what are you going to do? You're going to bring in
Stella.
Stella Sakadakanakalakis?
Yeah,
Sakadakanakalakis?
Something like that. I will bring Stella in. Yeah, I'll have her sit in your seat for like a couple of weekends so you can think about what you've done. Toothpaste, snacking, good.
How psyched was Stella Sakadakis when Zach Galifianakis made it big? She's like, finally.
It can happen.
People are going to get it straight. Finally. We got a Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
And then it's such a short, it's just a hop before you get to Sakadakis. Like you're almost there.
100%. Yeah, no, I think she would have to be buoyed by that. She's had a lifetime of people going like, you got to go to Greece. And she'd be like, what about Melina Kanakaridis and the show Providence?
Right.
And I was like, nobody knows that show. Right. And so, now she feels like, oh, I can just I can get into this host seat. This is like, if Zach can make it, if he can between two ferns it, I can mates it for sure.
So wait, Providence, that was your big break, right? Providence, wasn't that show you were on? Didn't you play a character? I want to say Dog Boy. Was that the name of your character on Providence? Am I crazy?
Like, you don't know. Like, folks, he's a good actor, but even he couldn't sell that. He was like, when he met me, oh my God. He was like, when he met me, he was like, he couldn't breathe, folks. He was like, Doug Boyce? Dog Boy from Providence? Funny story.
Dog Boy, was that a real thing?
That was a real thing. I'm Dog Boy.
Wait, that was you. That's what
he just liked.
That's
dogs.
what you did on Providence.
I did it one
just
time.
Liked dogs, but
I did it one time for comedy purposes. Here's the great thing, and two stories. I'll tell you two quick stories about Providence. One that happened 2 days ago, and one that happened back then. I had Providence. Well, let me tell the second story first, and that is that I was in Providence this weekend. I gave a talk about directing superhero shows for television. As you know, sometimes I do. A hall filled with like 1,500 people. That's a significant amount of people from the Providence area.
Sure.
Here's where it gets good. Have you heard of the television show Providence? No.
Wait. Somebody says that to you, or you say that to somebody?
I asked them if they know this show. Hey, hello, Providence. They don't know.
Have you heard of the show Providence? Huh.
They don't know the show Providence. Now, this thing got 17 million viewers on NBC. if you got that kind of viewership today, you'd be the number one show on television. By a wide margin. This show was a very immensely successful television show for NBC that I was a part of, folks. And you can Google it because you don't know. I'm guessing that most of the media's listening were like, he was on a show called Providence. This is the reaction I got in Providence, which leads me to believe that. Yeah, you were in there's a television show. Yeah, it's amazing how the world spins, right? But anyway, here's the other story that's really good. We would shoot
but let me just interrupt you very quickly to let you know that the first story wasn't very good. It was fine. I don't want you to think. I don't want you to emerge from this conversation saying I told two killer stories about Providence on this week's episode of Mike and Tom Eat Snacks. No. So far, you told one okay story and interesting.
Yeah. The second story is gold. The second story is I was setting it up. You know how comedy works? You see how I went? The second story that I'm about to tell is gold.
Well, but you told me, didn't you just say I'm going to tell you another amazing story about Providence? Isn't that how you set this up? No, run it back.
I didn't say I'm going to tell you another amazing story about Providence.
Pretty much. It was like, I'm going to tell you another mind-blowing story.
The mind-blowing gold story is about to happen. And what's great about this story is, knowing you as I know you, you're trying like, your story is shitty, and this one be shitty. And when I give the punchline, you're going to be like, that's good. That's good. I know already. I would bank your $350K on it. I'm doing the show. We do so we shoot in Hollywood, and then we
give me $330. Give me $330. Give it to me in cash. You keep a little bit for yourself.
I'm just trying to cure you. So here's what's great. So I can have $20K myself, and you can just get that $330.
Yeah.
To you, that's a square deal.
Well, you were going to give me $350 a second ago. I assumed it was going to be in check form. I'm saying give it to me in cash. You dip your beak. You keep 20. Everybody wins.
Okay, so we shoot the exteriors of Providence in Providence, clearly, but we shoot all the studio stuff in Hollywood. So we have to go back and shoot in Providence, right? So we're having the outside lunch on a lovely spring day in Providence with the director, and the director is French. And it turns out the director and I are sitting there, and he wants to talk to me over lunch. You know me, Magic. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have to do that thing during lunch, right? But then I'm pleasantly surprised because it turns out this director is voluble. He's recently passed away. He's garrulous. He's French. And he directed Jaws 2.
Well.
Now you like me. And he starts now he starts to tell me about all the adventures of Jaws 2, right? And then it becomes apparent by the time we get to dessert, there's kind of a seeping resentment that he doesn't have any more credit. So I kind of like, I pull the shovel up and like, yeah, this kind of thing is like, well, I mean, the first one, this kind of thing is like, right, buds. You don't see the shark, huh? Right? Where he is. You don't see him, right? You don't see him. In 2, you see this, and in 2, you see that, and in 2, you see this.
Is he making the argument that Jaws 2 is a better film than Jaws?
The conclusion. So I wait, and I'm setting it up, and I'm all there for it. And the conclusion, before he picks up his cake and leaves, and he's like, he looks at me, and he's like, so that's why it's the best one. And I clarify to be sure that we're like Jaws 2, the best Jaws. And he goes, verbatim, I think it's the best one. I think it's the best. He repeats it, I think it's the best one. And then he's up and gone. So his parting words to me are, I think it's the best one. And I'm like, that's just...
is amazing.
Yeah, you love it, right? Because...
amazing.
It's all about how we see the world and how the world sees us, right? It's just like, I think he passed away recently, and I don't mean this in a disparaging way at all. I mean, I hope he hung on to that, thinking for his entire life that really mine one is the best one.
He's thinking to himself, his obituary will begin, director of the greatest Jaws film.
Underappreciated.
Just passed.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to open up my Wacko Snacko.
Please do. I love it, right? The Wacko Snacko, once again, as Magic said, this is what we don't know what's coming. This is sent to us.
No, so it's sort of a long box is what we've got so far. All I know is it's a long box, but I don't know what it is. I'm unwrapping it, and inside is... Oh,
I like that, because I haven't opened it up, and I like you going, oh. I don't know what it could be. Really.
I'm intrigued.
Is it maybe a cracker box or something?
I think you're gonna be intrigued.
All right. And now I see some strawberries. Oh, and now I see what looks like to be... Holy Hannah. Whoa.
See?
Whoa.
Yes, that's the reaction I wanted to give.
Wow.
And it's gonna be a little bit hard to explain what this is,
Yeah.
but I think so. This is I think Japanese Oreo product.
That's the crazy thing. We don't want to make assumptions here, because I don't
think it's
know
Japanese.
that this is Japanese. I suspect.
I don't think it's Korean, but I could be wrong.
What about Chinese?
I think it's Japanese. I don't think so. The Chinese don't have Oreos. What are we talking about here?
That feels like a hell of an assumption.
Okay, it does say, here it is on the back. It tells you exactly what the name of it is. Product name, Oreo sandwich cookies, raspberry and blueberry. Oreo sandwich cookies, raspberry and blueberry. Raspberry, blueberry. Blueberry, raspberry. How could you do it? In the ground. Like you, I thought it was a strawberry. It's a raspberry and it's a blueberry. And here's the thing that really threw me for a loop, Tom. The stuff, the Oreo stuff, is bifurcated in two according to the package. So the top half is going to be raspberry. The bottom half of the cookie is going to be blueberry. What do you think about this?
Here's what I think, bitch. Do you want to hear what I think?
That felt
Yeah. And
strangely aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Strangely aggressive.
Because guess what? It's a product of.
What?
Go ahead, guess. If I'm calling you biatch, there's only one place it can be from.
Oh no!
Let's go!
Oh no!
What? Let's go! What? Product of China. China.
Damn. Oh, I feel
somewhere
bad.
Mixed in there is some version of some form of racism. Hard to figure out exactly where it lies, with us going, Korea can't be China, Japanese.
Confusing the Japanese language or the Japanese characters.
Yeah, somebody over there in the northern section with beautiful northern islands in Japan are going, these jerks.
Yep.
But I did say, like, the writing, it looked Chinese to me. The symbols looked...
You were right, and I was wrong. Right. I didn't think China would be domestically producing their own raspberry/blueberry Oreos.
Right.
Japan, and Japan, of course, because of the Kit Kats. You're like, that's all they do over there. Yeah,
they're like, all right, we got Oreos, but over here, I mean, in China, you just imagine they're like, you have one child, right? I mean,
you have one Oreo, exactly right.
One Oreo, one child. You're not going to have a box of, especially look at these things, right? This feels like. So you're saying, well, we got to open up and see. You're saying,
oh, interesting.
They're half and half.
That's what it says on the box, right? It says half and half. Oh, unless it's. I see. Unless half of them are raspberry and half of them are blueberry.
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, that could be.
Holy Hannah! Like there's just everything's filled with surprises.
Yeah, I like the packaging. So it's the box is a long box, and then inside are two little tubes of individually plastic wrapped Oreos, and it seems like they each probably hold about 5 or 6. I'm just going to get right to it.
Man,
I'm going to open up one of these packages.
I love this stack. This is a great Wacko Snacko.
Really great. Okay, so I think you were. Wait, I gotta open this up to see exactly how this works.
When we open Wacko Snacko, I have to say, our association with Realm, like we open Wacko Snacko, we're getting. Remember this guy? We got smoked rainbow trout, and we got a lot of this is Oreo.
Oh, we had that terrible sour apple breath spray. as a Wacko Snacko. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah,
okay, so I opened up one of the Oreos, and when you take off the top, you see that it is bifurcated. Each one is both.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, each one has a layer of one and a layer of the other right in the middle? Oh, I see that. Yeah. Oh. Strangely, my package smells like bubble gum.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The smell is strange. It doesn't smell either like raspberry or blueberry.
Or like Oreo cookie. It's almost like someone has sprayed this down at a perfume counter.
I'm just gonna go in for a bite here just to see.
Yeah, I want to see if you pass away, because then I won't have a bite. How you doing? You all right? Everything feel okay? Or did your pre-snacking ruin it?
No. It's like this berry.
Tell us what it's like.
If you had said to me, "What kind of cookie is this, Tom?"
Mm-hmm.
I would not have said an Oreo. In any way, shape, or form, I would not have said this is an Oreo. If I'd closed my eyes, taken a bite of this, I don't know what I would have thought it was. I wouldn't have thought it was an Oreo.
What about the compact, dense, thick, dark chocolate scent you get from an Oreo? No?
No. I feel like the cookie itself is different.
I keep smelling
it's almost flavorless.
I keep smelling it, hoping to get that Oreo smell, but all it smells like a very fresh kind of perfume counter.
It's
all right,
not
I'm going to
good.
have a bite. Where'd you go? Did you go like blueberry, raspberry? What'd you start with?
I just took a bite, and I got both flavors, I think, but the flavors themselves aren't distinct very much from each other.
I'm going in.
I don't like this at all. This is terrible.
Wow. So,
like, how do you fuck up Oreos? Like, I don't even trust these flavors. I don't trust them. There's something inherently false here.
I'm doing a taste test with just the cookie part.
I did that as well.
You did? Yeah, because we're professional snackologists. What you have to do.
Of course. You got to play it straight. Doesn't taste like an Oreo to me.
No, I'm trying.
It doesn't taste like anything. It's flavorless. It's a flavorless cookie.
Well, there's a fruit element to it. Do you not agree that there is that taste?
That's the filling. But the cookie itself, I think they've managed to craft a cookie without flavor, which by itself is a hell of a technological accomplishment. Like, if you had set out to do that, I would have said, my hat's off to you, because you figured out how to do it. I wouldn't have thought something called Oreo could be as devoid of any flavor as this cookie is. But then you add the fruit filling to it, the raspberry and the blueberry, and what that does is it ruins what is already a pretty bad cookie.
So what's interesting about this is I feel like you hit the nail on the head. Nothing about this, that's not true. I'm about to say nothing about this tastes like an Oreo. There's just this little tantalizing 4% of the cookie that is a deep, distant relative. Nothing about the icing. Nothing about the icing. The icing of an Oreo is sweet. It's nothing about this icing tastes anything like an Oreo icing. And
no,
there is, again, I said 4% great grandfather connection to the cookie, a little bit in the deep past, but you wouldn't taste it and go like, what does that taste like? You can go instantly Oreo. And what's interesting is I suspect people who have consumed this Oreo cookie nonstop in China, why would you, come over to the States and then go, what? Like that.
Mm-hmm. I imagine they're outraged when they come here and they taste what a proper Oreo cookie tastes like, because they're used to this dreck made from sawdust and cat guts, because that's what this is.
It's why the party doesn't want anyone to travel. They don't want people to travel over here. They want to keep an eye to make sure that you don't purchase any Oreo, because they don't want to. I'm not even going to have a second one. I did everything I could with that first one. I tried my hardest with that first one, and it's so funny because Oreo, right? Does it say Oreo? It does say Oreo.
It does.
I was just about to. I had triple check that.
And it's made by
sure
Mondelez. It is made by the people who make Oreo. So it's not like this is a ripoff of Oreos. This isn't like a counterfeit Oreo. This is an Oreo.
I wonder if there's. So is there quality control at the factory where they're making these? Going, it's okay. Is somebody greasing the wheel, going like, "Hey, we're not putting any sugar into these. We're just like we're injecting some fruit. No problem. And we're taking 65% of the cacao out of the chocolate. You're going to take the cacao? Yeah. They're like, no problem. Like, I mean, right? You have to put different ingredients in to make this taste this way. You have to like remove a large percentage of the ingredients that make an Oreo to make this thing. And yet it's still stamped Oreo, like right here on the package. On the packaging that's inside the package, on this thing, it's like a giant Oreo in the center. Like it says Oreo.
Oh, here's something very, very curious. Listen to this. So now I might be revising my opinion that this is not a counterfeit Oreo. Listen to this.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are you getting
nutrition
this from?
facts? I'm getting from the label on the back. Nutrition facts. 1 serving per container. 1 serving. And the container, as I said, is 2 wrapped packages of Oreos, each containing several Oreos. So they're saying one serving is both of those packages. And then it says the amount per serving in terms of calories?
94.
94. You're telling me there's 94 calories in this entire box of Oreos. Frankly, that doesn't seem very plausible to me.
We're getting a taste of the washing of the because they're like 94 calories. You can burn that by going up and down the stairs. You're fine. 94 calories in the entire box.
That's what it's saying.
That's like 12 Oreo cookies. 94. Boy, if you could spin that math over here, people would lose their lunch. How happy would everybody be? Hey, you can have 12.
Yeah, you
can have 12 Oreos.
12
you know
Oreos.
what the calories are? 94. You get on the treadmill for 2 minutes, you're good.
Maybe what they mean is, because the cookie is terrible, once you eat one of them, once you consume 94 calories worth of this packaging, you won't want any more. That might be what they're saying. They're saying, yes, you can eat them all, but you never will. You're going to get through about 94 calories, and then you're going to throw them the fuck away because these are terrible.
It's funny.
It's a bad Oreo.
But it's funny to me that these can end up in our hands. Like that, I guess that's what's comical to me is like that we can actually have these and they can let them. Go ahead.
When you send out
emissaries,
snackologists and emissaries, and you have them fan out across the entire globe as we do,
right?
Yes, they're going to come back with some international treats that maybe the viewers, and whether or not they're viewers, I don't know, won't have easy access to. And so it's incumbent on us to make sure that the entire snack aisle of life is sampled so that we can give you the most up-to-date, complete snacking information available to mankind. And when I say mankind, of course, I mean personkind, because although we pick snacks, eat snacks, and rate snacks, that's not what we're about.
Respect for women is what we're about. What do you always hear when someone gets thrown in the gulag or someone gets detained overseas, when somebody tries to cross the border of the DMZ? What do you always hear? Smuggling state secrets, right? That's what you always hear. And so I wonder how many of our emissaries/snackologists are being detained for trying to take an Oreo off the mainland, because it seems to me, it strikes me that whoever is in charge of producing these must be like, okay, but no one else can see these because they say Oreo on them.
Right.
Right. It's just, we have to be aware this is nothing about this is Oreo, but it says Oreo. And so the last thing we want to do is be outed. And so that's what's happening on this podcast. And it makes me a little frightened for anybody that might be trying to, just like,
well, here's
product,
the thing.
You can't travel with this product. And yet we have it here.
We rarely talk about this for good reason. And because we do try to keep things lighthearted on this podcast, and I want to preserve that. But we've lost a lot of good people over the years. People who have snuck into countries,
and not gotten
and tried
out.
to smuggle out some snacks, We joked about European, our producer from years
Comedy
ago.
Central. Mm-hmm.
And
he
but the
died
truth of the matter is
awful death.
Awful.
In the name of snacks.
He was trying to get out some poutine flavored potato chips.
Mm-hmm.
And
right away, that's going to be trouble because people guard their identity in countries, all that is very dear to your chest. And so you need to remember you're working v tribalism, right? And identity, and people take those things very personally.
If this was just Japanese product, I'd be like, they nailed the Kit Kats. They do so many great things.
Yeah,
they just happen to fuck this thing up. But then you get your one Chinese import, and it's an Oreo, and you're thinking, well, can they make a good show of themselves? Just make a good show of yourselves. Nope.
Right? No.
This thing's a disaster.
Yeah, it's a no show of themselves.
The best part of this, by far, is the box. I like the box a lot. I like the size of it. I like the coloring on it. I like it. It's terrific. And then from that point on, it's all downhill. What a garbage shit version of an Oreo. What they're making a mockery.
It's a non-version. It's a non-version of an Oreo.
It bears no relationship.
The packaging and then the inside packaging is masterful, right? This stuff is
great. Love it.
Yeah, it's great. But then
so you're thinking to yourself, does the world need a raspberry and blueberry flavored Oreo filling? In my head, I'm thinking no, but maybe the Chinese figured something out that I don't know. Then I taste it. It's terrible. Yeah. It's overly sweet. I can't distinguish the raspberry from the blueberry, nor do I want to. It's smeared onto a cookie that, as I said, I have a trained snackologist palate, flavorless, almost entirely neutral. The one thing that I will say about the cookie that I like, that I don't know if you noticed, Tom, on the reverse where it says Oreo, if you flip it over, it's just a big Chinese character. I liked that a lot. And that's the only thing that is saving this cookie from a 1 rating. Oreo, sandwich cookie, raspberry, and blueberry, 1.5.
Oof, 1.5. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. This on the back, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I guess that's worth a point. The funny thing is, that if this were a cylinder, a sleeve of, Paul Newman's, he does a version of the Oreo, right? And so
he's got his own Newman's own sandwich cookie.
Numanos or whatever the heck, right? Mm-hmm. Paulos, whatever, if you're like, all right, here's your version. And we see this in the snack of life. Somebody goes, all right, chocolate wafer, vanilla filling. Great, right? And so there are versions of the Oreo cookie out there, less expensive, less sweet, healthier.
Hydrox.
Oreo, what?
Hydrox. Do you not have Hydrox up in Canada?
No.
You don't know Hydrox?
No, is that like
it's
some kind of water-based thing? It's
the generic version of Oreo. No, it's it should be with that name, but no, it's
the reason I wouldn't know, even though I love and adore Paul Newman, is like, if I'm going to get an Oreo, I'm going to get an Oreo. If I'm going to get a chocolate wafer and I'm going to get vanilla cream and another chocolate wafer, it's going to be Oreo. I'm not going to F around with all these healthier or different versions because they won't be as good as the Oreo. Oreo themselves will make cheesecake Oreo or carrot Oreo or blonde-haired Oreo. And even though they fall short, double stuffed Oreo, they all fall short of the standard to me. I have my own way. We've done Oreo. I have my own way of eating the Oreo. I love it. I love the wafer. I love we all have our own methods, right, of eating the Oreo because it's Oreo. It's a classic. It's a standard, right? And even those other versions that Oreo will do, carrot, like the blonde, the double stuff, all of them evince Oreo because the wafer is still going to taste like the wafer, or the filling is still going to be chock full of a crazy amount of sugar, right? So you're going to get that buzz no matter what. What's interesting about, so I will always opt for Oreo. And what's interesting about this product is it's Oreo. It's not like if it were like chocolate wafer, vanilla, and some other Chinese version, you're like, oh, okay, they tried to profit off of Oreo and fell way short. What's interesting about this thing is it's Oreo. It has the standard. It has the stamp. It has the emblem. It's Oreo. And like you said, it tastes nothing like an Oreo. It boggles the mind that something with the Oreo packaging could be this far away from Oreo, even though China is a very long ways away from where we are and Made's Worldwide HQ. You don't feel like that difference is enough on a 12-hour flight to make the Oreo that disparate in taste.
They can email the goddamn recipe. They can just email it to them.
Right. So what's interesting about it and what is fascinating is like somebody has to go, all right, how hard can it be? Like the fact that I have filling and chocolate wafer means like it can't get that far away. It can't get as far away as they managed to get because your wafer has to be filled with chocolate and your filling has to have some sugar base just to be that product alone. And so what's amazing about this product is how much it looks like an Oreo and how far away it is from tasting like an Oreo. I like the fact, the same as you, that the emblem on front, like that's worth a point. So Oreo, half raspberry, half strawberry, chocolate wafer Oreo cookie, 1.
Wow. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.